Words hold immense power. They shape our perceptions, influence emotions, and determine how people respond to us. When it comes to attraction, most men underestimate the impact of a well-crafted compliment. They rely on tired, overused phrases that fail to create any lasting impression. Women, just like men, crave genuine recognition, but not just any kind. The right compliments, delivered with confidence and insight, can create an undeniable magnetic pull. This document will explore the top 3 forbidden compliments that make women irresistibly drawn to you. However, these compliments are not mere flattery. They tap into deeper psychological triggers that evoke admiration, challenge, and emotional connection. To fully understand their impact, we'll dissect the 6 foundational keynotes that govern the art of high-value compliments. It's easy to underestimate the impact of a single sentence. Society bombards us with words, but most of them are meaningless. A well-placed compliment, however, disrupts patterns, commands attention, and shifts the emotional state of the person receiving it. Women, especially those accustomed to attention, have developed filters against generic compliments. A compliment that is rare, insightful, and well-timed pierces through these defenses and creates an unforgettable experience. Think about the difference between these 2 statements. You're really beautiful. You have this quiet intensity about you, like you're always observing, but saying only what truly matters. The first statement, ordinary. The second, it forces a woman to stop and consider, is that really how I come across? The compliment acts as both recognition and a psychological challenge, making it far more impactful. A well-placed compliment isn't just about what you say, it's about saying something that leaves a lasting mental imprint. Why do most men fail when giving compliments? Because they operate at a surface level. They assume that a woman just wants to be told she's pretty, sexy, or stylish. But women have heard those things countless times. Compliments that only affirm the obvious do nothing to differentiate the giver. Attraction isn't about validation, it's about intrigue. When a man gives a woman a compliment that reveals something she subconsciously wants to be recognized for, but rarely hears, it instantly makes him more interesting. Women want to be seen in a way that aligns with their identity, or even better, in a way that makes them question how deep their own personality goes. For example, a woman who is constantly praised for her beauty may secretly crave recognition for her intellect. A woman known for her confidence may actually desire to be seen as vulnerable and complex. Understanding these layers gives you the power to craft a compliment that resonates on a much deeper level. One of the biggest misconceptions men have is that women only care about being admired for their appearance. While physical attraction plays a role, women ultimately crave deeper validation. They want to be understood, seen, and appreciated for their essence rather than just their look. Instead of saying you have beautiful eyes, say, your eyes have this way of making people feel like they need to tell you the truth. The difference? The first statement is something she's heard before. The second implies depth, emotional intelligence, and a sense of mystery. It makes her think about the way she impacts people, which is far more memorable than simple aesthetic admiration. By recognizing a woman for qualities that others overlook, you create a unique bond. She feels seen in a way that most men fail to provide, making your presence both intriguing and desirable. Women are naturally drawn to men who present a mix of challenge and admiration. Why? Because it prevents the interaction from becoming predictable or one-sided. A compliment should never be given with the intention of simply pleasing her. Instead, it should spark curiosity and a sense of challenge. Here's a powerful way to deliver a compliment with a challenge. Instead of saying, "You're really smart," say, "You're incredibly sharp," almost dangerously so. "I wonder if anyone's ever been able to keep up with you." Notice the difference? The first is a statement of fact, while the second creates an open-ended challenge. It subtly suggests that she is extraordinary, but also implies that very few people can match her. This creates intrigue and compels her to prove herself in response. The best compliments make a woman feel both admired and slightly unsettled in a way that leaves her wanting more. They invite further interaction rather than ending the conversation. Many men use compliments as a tool for approval seeking. They think that by praising a woman, she will feel obligated to like them in return. This approach is fundamentally flawed. Confidence isn't about seeking validation. It's about giving validation from a position of self-assurance. The most attractive compliments come from men who don't need a response. They are given because they are true, not because they are expected to elicit a reaction. When you compliment a woman without any expectation, it signals that you are a man of value who recognizes quality and is unafraid to express it. Consider the difference. Approval seeking. You're so amazing. I can't believe someone like you is talking to me. Confidence driven. I like the way you think. It's rare to meet someone who challenges my perspective. The second statement isn't begging for a reaction. It simply acknowledges an observation, which makes it far more powerful. Women respect and respond to men who offer validation without dependent. Attraction isn't about memorizing lines, it's about embodying a mindset. The ability to give unforgettable compliments isn't something you can fake. It requires genuine curiosity, insight, and courage. You must train yourself to observe what others miss, to listen beyond words and recognize the underlying traits that make a woman unique. When you do this, your compliments naturally stand out, not because they are rehearsed, but because they are real. A woman can tell when a compliment is authentic, and authenticity breeds connection. When you practice this approach, not only do your interactions improve, but your entire understanding of social dynamics evolves. Mastering the art of compliments is about more than just attraction. It's about developing a deeper awareness of people. Women don't just want to be told they're beautiful. They want to be understood. They want to feel special in a way that goes beyond appearances. If you take the time to craft compliments that reflect true insight, confidence, and authenticity, you will find that your interactions become richer, more engaging, and significantly more meaningful, because in the end, the most powerful words are the ones that make someone feel truly seen. Speak with purpose, compliment with intelligence, and watch as the world and the women in it respond.